Hi, everybody. I just had something on my mind that I wanted to share with you and get your thoughts and opinions on. So, whether you have been on a journey for a while now, making a lifestyle change, a habit change for your diet, or whether this is something new that you're now just starting out on, there's so much more to it than just food, right? The things that we either add in or that we choose to stop eating. There's an emotional aspect to food, and there's a social aspect to food. Whether that's eating with our friends and family, going out and eating, wanting to take part and be a part of a group, and not feeling like you're different or feeling like you're left out. And then there's this emotional part that goes along with food as far as those comfort foods that we're familiar with, right? Certain things that we go to when we're feeling stressed or when we are feeling, when we're feeling sick or during the holidays, those familiar family favorites, those flavors that just bring us back those good memories. And there's just this extra hurdle that we have to get over when it comes to changing up our diet, more than just thinking about what it is that we are eating. We have to just do this holistic approach to ourselves and look at it just a little bit differently. And I will just give you an example. Yesterday, we went out to eat and we were out of town. It's a place we go to maybe twice a year. So, I'm not thinking necessarily that I wouldn't be able to get anything on the menu that would fit in with my diet choice at this current time, my health and wellness journey that I am going on, which I'll share with you guys in another video. I've gotten salads there before and they've been amazing. And I didn't really think, it didn't click to me that until I looked at the menu, there's so much fat added to these things, in the way of the dressings, the nuts and the seeds, or, the toppings, these vegan meat replacements that are either incredibly processed or they're fried. So, just thinking about the fact that really all I was able to get was a plain salad, it just kind of made me feel so sad and disappointed that, after a while, you kind of do get tired of just having a salad, going out to eat, and knowing that there were so many things on that menu that I used to enjoy and that I couldn't have right now. And just feeling a sense of frustration and almost a sense of loss. Like, I'm not going to be able to have these things again. And this is part of it too, right? This is part of the journey and the process, is that we almost go through the stages of grief. And I know that might sound weird to some people, but I've seen it with a lot of people as they've made this transition, is that we're giving up a part of ourselves in a way when we give up food, certain foods. This has become our identity, it has become who we are. And in giving up certain things, and, changing, standing up and saying, I'm not going to eat certain things, you are giving up a piece of yourself and you are changing your identity. And that identity piece is a huge part to making a lasting lifestyle change, right? I know I said I used the word diet, but really what this diet implies short, temporary, you're only going to do this for a little bit of time. This is a lifestyle change, especially when you're making that change to a whole food, plant-based diet. And that is, eating all whole foods, not eating processed foods. You're really in this for the long run, whether that's for your health and well-being, or, you're trying to reverse any sort of disease. You're doing this forever, right? This isn't like a short-term thing that you can do and then go back to eating the way you were. This isn't a quick fix. This is a lifestyle change. So that identity piece is shifting and it's creating a new identity. And what I realized, this was such a great awareness for me yesterday, is as I'm going on this new health and wellness journey that I'm on, is I have not yet embraced that new identity. I keep telling myself, this is only for the short term. I can't eat certain foods, which is the wrong wording, right? That once I do this, then I can add back in certain things. Then maybe I can add in some of those really fatty dressings those creamy nuts and seeds, and just, I can enjoy that again. I'm really setting myself up for failure here when I'm doing this, because I'm not allowing myself to embrace my new identity, that this is how I want to eat. This is how I want to live, because it is for my health and well-being, and it is giving my body the nourishment that it needs. So, using words like, I'm choosing not to do this for my health and well-being, really setting that affirmation of this is who I am will help set you up for the long run. And then really focusing on why you're doing this, right? So what is that, yes, I'm doing this for my health and well-being, but what is that really pulls at your heartstrings deep down? Why are you doing this? What is going to pull you through those tough times? Because there's going to be some tough times. The unfortunate fact is that we are surrounded by people eating the standard American diet. All the ads on TV are aimed at the standard American diet. Restaurants are aimed at the standard American diet. This is a different way than what most people are doing. And there's going to be challenges, whether social or, just mental, giving up certain things. I will be honest with you guys. There's times I've cried because I can't have certain foods, right? I'm giving up certain foods. And that's where that whole stages of grief comes in, where it's okay to be sad that you can't have certain things anymore, or that you're choosing not to have certain things anymore, that's no longer a part of your life. It's okay to be angry that this is the system that we live in, and that this is, how things are, that you have to fight so hard in order to make a change, that this isn't just the way of life, right? That things aren't just set up to make this easy for us. And it's okay to sometimes throw tantrums and just want to just scream. It's all right to do that, right? It's a process, and this is a continual process that we're going through. And I know for me, when I'm in the situations like yesterday when I was at the restaurant, sometimes the easiest thing to do is just say, well, all I can get is a salad, and I'm paying $15 for a salad, where they're not even willing to make any sort of adjustments and add-ons or things like that. And let me tell you, it took them asking 3 different people just in order to make some sort of accommodations for me, that you really just get to a point where you're just okay, for this one meal's not going to hurt me. I can just have this one meal and enjoy it, because I really don't want that salad. And that's the slippery slope, right? Where as soon as you start taking that mentality and you go down that road, that one meal turns into, well, this is hard, and, why am I doing this anyways? This is, I failed. I gave in for this one meal. I may as well just continue down this path. Why am I even trying? And what you find is the very next meal, you're grabbing something else that you didn't want to have in your food plan. It's just so easy and so quick to go in that spiral, and to think of it like that is on or off, right? A complete on or off switch, as opposed to a little bump in the road. It's not all or nothing. Sometimes we just have to give ourselves that grace and say, okay, this happened, and pick ourselves right back up and not continue down that path or that mindset. It's not a fail. It's a learning lesson, right? So every step forward is progress. And that's what we're doing, is waking up every single day, and we're progressing, doing better for ourselves and continuing to push forward. So those are just my thoughts. it is a struggle. I just want you guys to know this is real, right? I've been doing this for a little over 7 years now. It's a continual journey. It's a continual process. And, I just want you to know you guys are not alone in this at all. And I'd love to hear your thoughts on how this is going for you and what your struggles are. Have a great day, everybody.